Okay, let's see, this is take two. I think I forgot to hit record. All right. It is D-Day for me. First troops have just hit the beach. What I mean by that is at 11:55 a.m. Eastern Standard Time this morning, Friday, March 27th, 2020, the press release officially went out on PR Newswire, and within the first 20 or 30 minutes, the first article was picked up by Yahoo Finance, and I've reposted that article on Twitter and Facebook, and my plan is to just throughout the entirety of today to Google RYNORYDER MEDIA and see who else picks up the story, and every time I see a new story to repost that and on Twitter and Facebook and try to repopulate that way. And then tonight at 11:11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, I am going to turn my Hollywood story, my video, this thing that I have been planning and building up for and working towards for 9 months, the single most important piece of video I've ever assembled, making it live tonight. And then starting tomorrow, starting at midnight, really tonight, as early as midnight tonight, I have maybe a dozen, 10 to 12 individuals, horror blogs, things of that nature, running articles and posting my YouTube video, my Hollywood story, in the UK, and so Ireland, Scotland, I know in England, and also one guy in Italy. These are all fans of evidence that I personally reached out to ask them to share that. So starting at midnight tonight, as early as midnight tonight, that can start happening. And then my plan is tomorrow, March 28th at 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time, I'm gonna post the YouTube link for my Hollywood story on Reddit. I have all the copy already, know what I'm going to put out. 2 different titles. I'm gonna place on 3 different subs, and just actively hit that, and also post it on my Facebook and TikTok. I'm hoping I can bring people in from TikTok to my YouTube channel, and so I'm just gonna hit it hard and then continue to kind of monitor that over through tomorrow. So basically, like I said, first troops have hit the beach, and I'm now in about a 36-hour window of hand-to-hand combat. Now, I've built up as much armament and amassed as many troops as I possibly can for this moment right now, right here, this moment. I have been waiting for this moment, this time right now, for a very long time. And ironically enough, tonight when my video goes live, that will be exactly 1 year from the last time I've had a drop of alcohol enter my body. And I don't talk about this a lot on my vlog, and I don't even know if I'm going to share this portion of it, but I feel amazing, and when I allow myself to feel good or to pat myself on the back, which I really don't like to do because I just have so many other things. I don't think I've done shit yet, but in the microcosm of things, going 1 year without a drop of alcohol and having zero temptation. I have half a thing of booze right there. I could easily tap into at any point, but that is for a guest because I'm a good guest or host. I feel amazing, and yeah, I mean, it's an accomplishment. It's 20 years, and yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to get too deep in that, but I'm also celebrating, or we'll have that. So I'm in it, and I'm going to leave this camera up here and anytime something happens, or if I feel inspired to, I will speak. And also I want to record the moment that I make that video go live. So there you have it. To update for now, it's 10:54 in the morning. Let's go. So I'm just making some lunch. It's 12:28 now. Figure since the camera's right there, I would turn around and put it on myself. For lunch, I am just making some bow tie pasta and just onions, peppers, mushrooms. I stopped eating meat a few months ago, so I eat a lot of pasta. Still no new articles yet. Oh, that's okay, but Steve, the one who wrote the whole press release and sent me this. I don't really know what it means, but total pickup 132. Release views and hits 2021. Total potential audience 74 million people. Yeah, I mean, that was like after the first hour or so. I said, I take it those are strong numbers out the gate, and he said yes, he thinks so. So I'm gonna take his word for it that all is doing as it should, and I think after I eat something, I'm going to go take another walk and see what happens. Keep updating you later. What up? So we got back from the walk. Looked again. There's one other small place where I saw it, but hasn't really hit yet. But anyway, we'll see. In the meantime, made up this little game for my son. He's coming in a couple days. Anyway, this is just how I'm spending my time today during these 36 hours. So these are all the characters I used to draw when I was a kid, kind of my first comic books. I used to draw with a friend of mine, and we used to sell them to people. Anyway, I use them as my heroes, and they all have like 3 lives. And then I perforated the little edges so they can be torn out like that. And then I made these little dice with a heart. So that's a hit, miss, 2 hits, and then reverse. And so yeah, I just put these cards against each other, roll, boom. That's how I'm spending my day. Now I might, I don't know, go watch a movie or something. It is 4:33, but close enough to 5, so still no new stories out. That's okay. This is what I drew this up. So I have time points to hit, so 5 p.m. right now. Between now and tonight at 11 p.m. Just Google, do what I'm doing now. Try to stay busy, do some other stuff. Then 11 live on YouTube, record that here. Sleep until 9 a.m. tomorrow. 9 a.m. tomorrow is when I'm going to post on Reddit. Hit Reddit there. And then between 9 a.m. tomorrow and 11 a.m. tomorrow, upvote on Reddit. Just try to work that. Try to get other people to upvote it from other places. And then 11 tomorrow morning, post on the socials, Facebook, Instagram, podcast, TikTok. TikTok will be the last little dabble if that goes on there. So, and then after that, that's the rest of the day. And then that's it. And then Sunday, I will rest. And then get to work Monday. Heyo. So, I just finished watching. Oh, it's 9:12. Still no new stories. So I'm hoping that maybe tomorrow, on the new day, I can wake up some stories. If not, whatever. I'm just gonna keep documenting throughout this thing. I'm kind of really retrospecting right now. And it's about 9 o'clock. This is about the time when I started to lose my mind. And I just finished watching my first film, Black, my student film. And I think I may have inadvertently cursed myself or something. but a lot of things I haven't seen it in a really long time. I haven't seen it since after that night happened, my anniversary, and it was just pretty shocking. Just some similarities to what the characters goes through in the story. The story's really good. I'm very proud of the script. But what the character goes through and what I personally went through, and just a lot of symbolism and stuff, and it was weird. Hold on, I'm getting choked here. Drive out. But I wanted to, because I'm getting ready to, I think when I finally put this video out, it's going to be in about 2 hours. I think this curse is going to finally be lifted. So I just thought I'd sit here and I'd read, starting from when this all happens. I'm just going to read from my book that I published a year ago to this day, or to this time. So I'm going to stop it and start it again from right here, page 75, and I'm just going to read for until I feel like stopping. I remember as I walked back down to the fire pit, the wind swirled in the trees, and I felt what I had been referring to as Alex. It was a spirit guiding me, giving me signals. Let me give you some context. Before Abby and I ever met, she had a best friend named Alex who tragically died in a plane crash in the Pacific Ocean. Abby could feel her presence when she went to the beach, and I started to find myself feeling as though I knew Alex as well. During the manic post-it phase, I even told Abby that I believed the reason Alex died was so that she could help guide me in what I had to do. Abby wasn't happy and said, how dare I use her friend and her tragic death as a reason for me doing anything. I believe she said, shame on you. I now know that this Alex spirit I feel is just a wiser soul guiding me, but it 100% has a female aura to it. For ease of writing, I'll refer to the spirit as Alex from now on. So as I walked down, Alex made her presence known. Anytime she shows up, I get a sense of happiness, beauty, and love, all encased in a wonderful blue light. I sat back down at the fire pit and gave Daniel his refill of wine and sat down. It was shortly after this that Daniel told me he had always wanted to do a big Game of Thrones style epic TV show, all based around the life of David. Like David from the Bible, David. Really the only story I knew of him was the one everyone knows, the story of David and Goliath. Daniel, an atheist, had always had a fascination with this story and had read the Bible several times and knew it well. He grew up in the Bible Belt of Texas and was made to read and study the Bible. Daniel asked me if I knew the story, and I told him what I just told you, and he asked me if I wanted to hear it, and that's when a voice entered my head and said, say yes. I'm going to write this voice in all caps because the words I was receiving at that moment were as clear as all caps are on page. Daniel began telling me the story of David. Darkness surrounded my vision and made it tunnel-like. The voice said to me, pay attention, listen and understand what you're about to hear. It's important. Now at this point, I'm internally freaking the fuck out. I'd seen signs, had coincidences happen, connected the dots through numbers, always knew I was meant for something great, but I had never known this to happen to me before. A voice that sounds both strangely familiar and almost like your own, yet completely different in every way. It was like someone talking to you over a headset. You could hear it loud and clear, but there's no one else around whose mouth you can put the voice to. My point is, even though I had never heard this voice before, I could trust it. Curled up in my chair and wrapped myself in my sweater. The sweater that I put on every morning when I woke up now was bought by Abby at a clothing store in Topanga years ago. Wrap yourself in your sweater. It will protect you and shield you from what you're about to experience. Find comfort in it if you become too frightened by what is about to happen. Daniel began telling me things I had no idea about David. I still don't know specifics, nor do I want to think I'm some Bible expert, but Daniel knew his story inside and out. Things began happening. As Daniel was telling the story of David, I was correlating things to my own life and what is going to happen in the future. I've never been more scared in my life. Don't worry, you have protection here. What is happening is real. You need to get through this, though. I know you're scared. At this point, Bruce and Sandy had got out of the hot tub. They didn't say any words at all, nothing. Instead, Bruce walked behind me and rubbed the back of my ears. He had never done that to me before in 7 years knowing him, nor has he done it since, nor do I think he'll ever do it again. But his message was clear. We're here for you. You're safe. Now listen. And then they walked inside their house. I moved chairs to sit closer to Daniel, and he proceeded with the story. Every time I couldn't match a place in the story to a place in my own life or character in David's story with someone who was in my life, Daniel would all of a sudden lose his train of thought. He would say something like he suddenly couldn't remember where he was going. He knew the story so well, he couldn't believe he would suddenly forget things. What he didn't know is that it was because I wasn't making the connection. Got it? Do you understand this part? Do you see the connection? I would be in my head, bouncing to different cities that I knew were parts of the world or people, both public or private. No, yes, that's it. Now, continue to listen. Daniel would suddenly remember where he left off and continue with the story. This happened probably 4 to 6 times. So, I vividly remember all of this, and I just don't know if I'm not... it just can't be... I can't be making this up. You know? I mean, I know so much more about bipolar disorder, and I'm sober, like clear. I've done so much homework, mental family work. I've confronted every family member. I've faced my past. I've conquered it. I know my story now. I understand myself. I'm very self-aware of my disease and my disorder, and always look through it through that lens, but I just can't fathom sometimes the change one moment can happen, and that I knew all of this, and there's so many things that I will never share, that I can't share, more coincidences. They're just a little too personal. But I believe that what I'm doing is right and meant to happen and meant to be, and is important. And here's the other analysis of that. So if I believe that so deeply and live and eat and breathe it, I mean I do, good Lord do I, will my mind mold the world around me to fit that narrative? I think that's everyone's purpose in life. I think that's the code to crack. Because let's say there is no God existence, no angels, no, it's all coincidence and energy and math based. Keep getting my breath taken away. Let's say it's all, quantifiable and things of that nature. But it's the power of the mind, much like a time warp, much how you bend time in front, I don't know specifics, but much like you do that, maybe that's how you live life. If you can implant your mental brain so tight, I can't remember anything else other than what my mission is, what that voice, that message I received that night 3 years ago, from this second almost, that maybe my brain is starting. I got such migraines. I think my frontal lobe morphed and changed. There's physical pain. I know that's possible. The brain can change. I think that happening. There are other things, again, very personal. I'm not okay to really say out loud yet, but maybe I'm bending the world around me, because this is just 3-dimensional, right? This is nothing. The fourth dimension, that when I crossed over, like, that's the real thing. And much like from the 3-dimension, we can manipulate the 2-dimensional with shadows and create shadows. Maybe we're able to, with the brain somehow, and to connect with that 4th dimension to then bend this third dimension world around our 4th dimension mind and drive to basically create our own story in life. So that's kind of what's happening with me. I really feel like I live a movie, and other people that I've spoken to that have some sense of enlightenment have made that same analogy. Who knows? Friday, March 27th, 2020, 11:08. As of right now, I have 371 subscribers. I just gained a new subscriber in the last 10 minutes. Okay. Anyone name the movie I'm watching in the background? Bonus points if you do. 3 years. There it is. Click. Screen grab. Okay. Boom. Changes saved. There it is, man. Right on the fucking go page.
Okay. So,
nuts. Okay. Boom. It's live. Alright. Good job. I'm gonna see if I can put an end screen on. I don't know if I did it. Oh god, I want to throw up. Yeah, so I put at the end of the video, so boom, there's my mission statement, right? My Hollywood story. Then at the end, the subscribe button and the bipolar video, the 12.5-minute clip of that, which is crazy. And that ties in with the press release about Black Angel and my book, and also the press release about climbing the anthill. And so that playlist is on there at the end. So that's it. It's live. I think I'm gonna watch it from my phone. Really, I'm getting that dry mouth again and like vomiting thing. That was safe. Cool. Looks good. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. And then that's it. Okay. And so yeah, I set an alarm for 3:50 in the morning, so I'm gonna wake up because and then I'm gonna tweet, see if there's any stories written out of the UK, you know, who knows, and share anything on Twitter and Facebook. And I think we've established a beachhead. That's what launching this video is, to continue the D-Day analogy. We have established a beachhead now, and the enemy has shown retreat, or you know, whatever. I don't know about that. I don't know, the enemy's within, right? And so now it's just time to advance. Let's go. Good morning. It is Saturday, March 28th, 2020. Good news. I didn't lose my mind. No breaking stories overnight. Woke up at 4. There's one new story. I retweeted that, shared it on Facebook, but still no new stories have hit the market yet. It is 7:52 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. At 9 a.m. I'm going to post on Reddit on 3 different subs. The screenwriting sub that I've been active on for almost the last year, the bipolar sub, which I just got into last month, but it's been very good, very insightful. And then the videos sub, which has like 22 million people on it. It's very hard to get noticed on there, but if your video does strike fire there, you're off to the races. After I post it on Reddit, I'm gonna text the few friends of mine that I know that are on Reddit that will upvote it, because I know that first 15-20 minutes is crucial. And then the final part will be at 11:11, posting it on socials, Facebook, the podcast, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Vimeo. There you go. So that is the plan for the day. Still holding out. Okay, so just posted to Reddit. Now I'll just sit and wait. I'm gonna wait probably 30 minutes, just in case there's any quick fire going. And then I'm gonna go for a walk for 30 minutes, just try to keep my head clear. Okay, so back from the walk, and the Reddit hasn't hit yet. There's a little bit of engagement, a couple comments. One person on there, on the bipolar sub, reached out to me very quickly and asked if I wanted to be on his podcast. We exchanged emails through DM, and then we just did emails. He does a live 6 p.m. Eastern nightly podcast, and so I told him if I'm available today to do it, but if not, as soon as possible. Somebody else linked up both evidences on one of the threads that are you talking about those. So, and then the views on YouTube are getting up. I just had my heart a little race because we just got like 25 views in 15 minutes, 20 minutes. That's good. So it's 10:32 a.m. right now, and so I'm going to get ready to blast it out on all the socials, and that should hit the view count a little bit up that, and then we'll see how it does on Instagram. I'm not expecting anything out of Instagram. It's just when people go visit, they can see it there as well. So we'll see what happens. Okay, that's the update for now. Instagram post ready to go. Facebook up and ready. But I wanted to say something real quick. So majority of the videos I've posted, including like the last one I did, this little music video, lots of thumbs up, right? A very positive reinforcement. And I'm not everything I've ever done has good and bad, but the interesting thing was the video's just barely been live and people are just starting to watch it, and already there's 4 people that like it, but 2 people that thumbs down it. And I didn't think, I was surprised at first because it's so early, and I thought it would just that few, less, 100 or so people have watched it, and half the people, or half the likes, or it's 50-50 or whatever the math is. That makes me really happy. That's great. That means that there's conflict and friction, and you can't make a diamond without friction. So friction is good. So I was happy to see that. I just want to share that. Okay. It is 11:10 a.m. March 28th, 2020. My name is Ryan McCoy, aka RYNORYDER, and here we go. I am just waiting for that clock to strike, and I'm gonna go Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, and then repost on different Facebook groups. If you're watching this ever in history, just know this is one human being in a room by himself who's really excited and has been waiting for this moment for quite a while. 11:11, let's go. Share. Post. Come on. Post. Okay. So I posted on my page on Facebook, on the evidence page, and in the filmmaking forum. There's about 10,000 people on there. Post to LinkedIn, it's on Reddit, and TikTok. It's a go. It's up there. Boom, RYNORYDER. It's there. Okie doke. Well, that was it. That's it. That guy got back to me. I'm gonna do that podcast at 3, so in about 4 hours, well, 3.5 hours. Man, I didn't document a lot of this part of the journey. It was just this secret project I've hinted to. I don't know how much, if you go and look at the everything, all my content chronologically, how much I've said, but I mean, I've been planning this day and waiting for this moment to be done with this for 9 months. And it's done, it's over. Now I can fucking relax, I think. You know, a little bit. Boy, I hope something comes. Okay, so it is 2:15, and the Reddits are pretty. They fizzled out. I don't think any. It was a tough crowd, as I was saying with my buddy. Some engagement, like 14 comments. You know, getting some flack. One very lengthy, like 4 or 5 paragraph, you know, thing. That was interesting to see. But you know, I engaged and commented with every single one of them. But what did come from it is posting on Reddit is one person saw it, and now I'm doing the podcast with him here in about 45 minutes. That's going to be live streamed on his YouTube channel and on Twitch. And it'll be my first time appearing on that platform, so that's kind of cool. What up, everybody? So, it is Monday afternoon, March 30th, 3:35 p.m. So, whatever. Here's what's going through my head, okay? Because I can talk to you, and I don't have anybody else to talk to. So, over the weekend, it was a lot of hand-to-hand combat. The Reddit thing didn't work. Like, I never got hit the viralness, and these articles never hit. And this was like a lot of money I spent. It's not a lot of money in the grand scheme of things, but for me personally right now, especially in the climate that the world is in, was a risk, for sure. A calculated risk. And I still think it is. I still believe it's going to pay off. Just not in the time frame I had been predicting. Or something could pop tomorrow. I don't know. So I guess, and I don't know how these things work. I texted my guy, Steve, to help me out with it. And he's like, stories could run at any time. 2 weeks, could take months. Like, so I've never done this before. And so I have nothing to base it off of. And I don't have anybody else to talk back and forth with this. So I'm literally just stuck, just sucking time, which is just like everybody else. I mean, not even with the virus going on, but just in life in general. That's all we have. It's just every second, every time, you know. So nothing's changed. So I'm really trying to keep my mind occupied. And I had my kid for the last day and a half. That was amazing, so that was a good distraction. And now I'm just kind of sitting here like, what do I do? I mean, I had been waiting for that video to get, you know, I've just been waiting for that moment. And so what do? And you know, people say relax. I can't relax. I can't relax. I watch 2 movies now a day instead of 1, which is already, you know, pushing them to, I mean, I do relax. I relax, you know, of course I relax, but like, I need something to do. I can't relax just all day. I need to be making progress on something. And so I don't know what that is exactly yet, because I still, you know, maybe after this week. I'm gonna wait till next week. Anyway, that's the update for D-Day weekend. I think I'm gonna officially call D-Day, and we'll see what happens when those missing troops arrive. You know, it'll be like Gandalf when he arrives at the end of 2 Towers. Maybe it'll be like that toward the east on the 3rd day or something. I don't know. Later. Okay, I'm in the kitchen because it's better lighting. I need to get my lighting set up. It is Wednesday, April 1st. Ha ha ha. 9:20 in the morning. Still no articles. Nothing going. So plan didn't work, but it is all there. The video is doing well on YouTube. My YouTube channel is doing well, and this is all going to be part of the first company vlog. So what I've switched focus to is to try to start bringing in some money. I do have a product now, that the graphic novel, and so I started running Instagram story ads and Google AdWords for that. Let's see how that works. I just launched that this morning, so that will be something that's going in the pipe. And in the meantime, still, you know, I don't know. I'm every day, and I'm just hitting the graphic novel, apocalypse graphic novel on Instagram, just engaging in conversation, one-on-one, you know, hand-to-hand combat stuff, gaining more followers, more attention, and that's it. So we'll update for the morning later.